Yeah, Connor, I saw Reed stream. I thought that was wild. Hold on one second, guys. I'm getting something fixed here.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Hold on one second, guys. We're gonna get into this here. We got a lot going on. Okay, guys. Sorry I'm late on here today. We had our storms coming through, so I was kind of waiting to get on stream until after our storms came through the area here. All right, we just had a tornado emergency a few minutes ago here in the Huntsville area. The tornado emergency is gone. It seems to be as well that our PDS is gone back to radar indicated, so it does not look to be that we have a tornado in progress here in Alabama anymore. Still very strong rotation on this storm. Yeah, I saw Reed's stream. I actually had it sent to me and I saw it when it happened. So that was insane. Huge. You guys in Huntsville just dodged a bullet, a huge bullet. So praise Jesus for that one. We've got lots of tornado warnings here. I'm going to stick with the one in Huntsville here for just a minute. Huntsville, Alabama, Moores Mill, and Gurley headed towards Skyline here. This is actually headed toward the radar site here. So if you are in this area here, please be seeking shelter. This storm has a known history of producing a violent tornado. Right now, no tornado in progress with this storm. I'll come back to that here in just a second. We got lots of tornado watches, lots of tornado warnings here, guys. We've seen a couple spin up tornadoes. The one down in it was in Huntsville today was the biggest one I've seen so far. So we'll kind of watch this continue to work its way east here. We've got a couple tornado warnings here getting into eastern Tennessee. This is where we're going to be covering at now. Most of western Tennessee is out of the threat for today. We'll see that risk zone update here in just a little bit. I want to get to the tornado warning we've got here in Tennessee. We've got multiple tornado warnings here in Tennessee. This is just east of Interstate 24 here, Manchester, north of Manchester, headed towards McMinnville. We have currently Summitville here in this tornado warning, radar indicated. We'll take a look at the rotation on this storm. Yeah, this does have some pretty significant rotation on it here, just to the east of Interstate 24. Kind of looking at this thing here, moving its way east. If you are in this tornado warning in Summitville, please be in your safe place, guys. Once again, it does not matter if a tornado warning is radar indicated or observed. You need to be in your safe place regardless of that. So that will head its way east here. This warning expires at 7:15, so we get about 15 minutes left on that warning. Continue to head towards Centertown, Morrison, and McMinnville. And then we've got another tornado warning here as well for Spencer, Tennessee. This is going to be Spencer and Fall Creek Falls State Park. We've got Doyle outside of that secondary warning here, and this goes towards Crossville. Crossville, Tennessee is known for seeing tornadoes. This is not a first for you guys in this area, so make sure you guys are in your safe places. If you are in these warnings, if you're getting closer to the eastern Tennessee line here, we've got a long way to go here for the rest of the evening. Significant severe weather out in front of this line of storms here. It's still going to be a big possibility through this afternoon and through tonight. So if you're up here into western Kentucky, up into Illinois, we'll see this risk zone change, but most people that are back in here into these western risk zones have already seen storms and are already over with for today. So if you're back in those areas and you've already seen storms, you should be mostly good to go for this evening. We'll just kind of watch and kind of see if anything else pops up. And I'm going to drop back down here to this storm that's in Huntsville. Yes, guys, I did see the Tor E a few minutes ago. I was not on stream for that. We were waiting for our storms to move through the area in Kentucky before I decided to get on stream. But we are here now, so that's what matters at this point. So if you're out in front of these storms, eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina, getting into Georgia, northern Alabama here, clearly we're in tornado zone. We've got a couple cells that are to the south of this here that we're watching near Decatur, near Hartselle, but this is the main storm that just produced a violent tornado a few minutes ago. Like I said, Huntsville people got very, very, very lucky on this a few minutes ago with this storm. Let's take a look back at the gate-to-gate shear here, and we'll take a look at this. Yep, so I'm still got some pretty decent amount of rotation with this storm. It's not super impressive anymore. That can change, though. Definitely can change. So I'm not seeing anything that's grabbing my attention here. We're gonna watch this one. We're gonna watch this one here for a minute. If you guys have questions for other areas, risk zone wise, do me the biggest of favors. If you want to know your risk zone, you should know where you live on a map. Check the stormpredictioncenter.com. It's spc.noaa.gov. If you're in a shaded risk zone, you got a chance of seeing severe weather for the rest of the evening. If you're back in the western risk zones across western Tennessee, areas that have already seen storms, you're going to be good to go for the night. So we've still got a good chunk of areas tonight that are going to see severe storms here, potentially into Kentucky. Kentucky's not too bad today. We've got watches out in front of this here. So Somerset, London, they did, by the way, guys, they did upgrade the Somerset London tornado to an EF4 today. So we did get the correct rating on that storm as expected. So good news on that side of things. Not good news for that, but good news in terms of the correct rating on that. But there are watches out in front of this here. So like I said, I'm going to zoom out here for just a quick second. SPC is going to update the risk zone in about an hour, so we'll get an update on this. But these areas that are still out in front here do still have the chance of seeing severe weather well into the overnight hours tonight. So we'll kind of see what happens here. If you're back here into the areas that do not have watches anymore, should be mostly good to go for the night. So just wanted to give you guys an update on that. Yeah, honestly, Austin, it wasn't coming quite yet into Huntsville yet, but I get it too at the same time. So yeah, I agree with you on that one, honestly. We do still have some pretty significant inflow that's feeding into this storm. So very, very strong storm here in Huntsville, or east of Huntsville now. This is going to be headed towards Skyline and Moore's Mill. So we're going to be watching this storm head northeast too. So this is going to get closer to the radar site. This should cross back into Tennessee. So I'm really watching for you guys up in Chattanooga, South Pittsburgh here in Tennessee. You need to be watching this storm, guys. It has a known history of producing a violent tornado here. So, and it looks like it's kind of still ongoing here.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, they just tornado warned the southern storm here. We've got Priceville, Triana, and New Hope. So this is just south of Huntsville. Yeah, I wasn't watching Reed's stream at the time, but I saw the video. I saw him intercepted. I thought that was wild. Yeah, I did see Reed's video on that. Thank you guys for the gifts. I do appreciate it, by the way, and the taps. Make sure y'all do share the live stream out here. Get as many people in the know on what's going on here. Yeah, this storm doesn't have too significant rotation. There's just enough in here to get this thing going. So Priceville, there we go. There it is. That's a better scan there. So yeah, there is some more significant rotation developing on this storm. Priceville, Triana, and Somerville, northern Alabama here with this warning. So guys, the weather team's going to be in here answering y'all's questions in terms of locations. If you get your question answered, you should be good. No need to spam a million times in chat, please. Make sure we're doing that. Yeah, Max's streams are wild. He's also got 1 million subscribers, so they're going to be wild. Yeah, Somerset and London, Kentucky. I'm pretty sure we saw reports of them evacuating most people in those areas today and before these storms came through, or before these storms come through, because they don't have shelters set up in those areas. So I do know of that report. So we're not, like I said, we're not seeing any rotation on any of these storms currently. So just got some very strong inflow. And then we still have these tornado warnings. All right, I do want to say something now. If you are in Knoxville, Tennessee, up here towards eastern Tennessee, the North Carolina-Tennessee line, do be mindful. There is severe weather expected tonight, and these storms are going to continue to work their way east very slowly into these areas here. So if you're in the Carolinas, if you're in eastern Tennessee, you got a pretty interesting night tonight. We're going to have to see what happens with these storms once they get closer to the Appalachians here, see if they weaken or not. They typically do weaken most times, but doesn't mean we're not going to not see anything here. So we're going to get a risk zone update here pretty soon. So it'll basically move down all these other risk zones that we're already seeing here. All right, got tornado watches out till 1 and 2 a.m. for most of these areas here. To kind of take a look at the HUR run here and to see what we're looking at in the future. Yep, so because here's kind of an idea. Storms will continue to push east. Like I said, if you've already seen storms today, mostly you're going to be good. If you're back here into western Kentucky, central Kentucky as of now, most people are going to be done with these storms. Nashville, you're going to be just about done. It's the people that are out in front of this, but we should start to see the overall threat weaken as the sun sets. So this isn't going to be too significant an event. Hopefully, as we continue to progress, we'll just kind of have to watch this and see what happens. That's just kind of an idea of what we could be seeing here in the next little bit. So looking at that model run come through. Mostly it looks like it weakens once it gets into the Carolinas. So we'll see, like I said, what SPC does. Yeah, Western Tennessee, if you guys have already seen storms, if you don't have any watches, you should be good. They're dropping these watches, so Nashville will be out of theirs once these storms come through. Yeah, there's another storm behind Huntsville, but it's not severe warned. It is not tornado warned either. You guys mostly should be okay here. Go back to velocity. I might hear Hazel in the background. Cookeville is in... Hold on. Yeah, that's Crossville. Cookeville, you guys will have your... You've got a severe thunderstorm warning that you're just... Half the city's in the severe thunderstorm warning and half the city is not in it. So wind and hail in that severe thunderstorm warning. We do have a tornado warning still in effect here for Spencer and Crossville, Tennessee, and then another one back here into just outside of McMinnville. So these are the 4 warnings that we have currently. 2 in Alabama, 2 in Tennessee. Yeah, looks like there's starting to be a little bit of a strengthening with this here. You can start to see a little bit of that shear coming back.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
There we go. There's an extension. Okay, so this is going to be headed towards... Yeah, if you're in Knoxville, you need to be watching here very, very closely. You got 2 tornado warning storms just off to the west of you guys here. New tornado warning extension. This is going to be for McMinnville, Tennessee. Morrison, Viola, Centertown, and yeah, this will be heading east. So Pikeville, Spring City, Dayton, up here towards Maryville, Knoxville area. Be kind of watching this, please. Does still have some pretty decent rotation. I'm not seeing a debris signature either with this, so that is good. I'll give you guys a risk zone update once SPC updates in about an hour. So that storm's still working east. I'll come back down here to Alabama. This one looks like it's really attempting to try to recycle. Yeah. We might have a confirmed tornado again here in a minute on this storm. All right. Yep, there it is. It's back. There it is. Confirmed tornado on the ground again. That is your tornado right there, just north of Gurley, Alabama. This is going to go PDS again. Potentially, if this continues, we're going east. So if you're out in Skyline, Alabama, guys, this tornado is back on the ground. Okay. Once again, guys, tornado in progress here again. Yep, there it is. It's observed. There it is. Finally observed it. So this is going east towards Skyline. It's just getting bigger. It's huge. This is a huge tornado, guys. Huge tornado. This is going to be just to the south here of, where is this at? We've got, was that Heighton? What is that? I can't even see here. Yo, High Top. Yeah, this is just going to be to the south of High Top. I couldn't even see what the wording was there. You guys need to be in your safe place. If you're out in Skyline, Alabama here, this is going east. This is a large tornado in progress again. Huge. Oh my gosh. It's just growing in size, and you can see it. There is a donut there in the middle. That's your tornado right there. Wow. Huge tornado. All right, we're going to continue to watch this thing go east here. Yeah, this is kind of going towards the Chattanooga area. Hopefully it does not continue to long track. Huge, huge tornado. The fact that we can see that on reflectivity is very concerning. This needs to be PDS'd again. This is unacceptable. Yeah, large tornado debris signature here. It's going right into Skyline. Yeah, this is just getting bigger in size. A lot bigger. Yeah, Hannah, it was insane. It was crazy. It was huge. Skyline, Alabama is about to get hit with this tornado in about 15 minutes. 10, 15 minutes here. Yeah, this is very, very strong rotation. Let's go back and look at the SRH on this here. Yeah. Yeah, this thing is rain wrapped too, so. All right. Guys, I want to say this now. Greensburg and Plevna was not rated an EF5 tornado. There's not been an EF5 tornado rated. I keep seeing that put in the chat. For anybody that's spreading that false information, please stop. There is no EF5 tornado that's been rated in Plevna or Greenfield or Greensburg, Kansas. Not a thing. I keep seeing that a lot in the chat. You're gonna spread false information in the chat, you're gonna get muted. That's kind of messed up. That rating hasn't even came out yet. I haven't seen anything yet on that. It takes a couple days, especially with these larger tornadoes. They just got the official rating for the Somerset and London tornado, and it was an EF4. So it takes a couple days. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are spreading that false information, guys. Don't do that. Greensburg, Kansas had an EF5 tornado, guys, but it was back in 2007. That's the last one that happened. So there's a lot of people saying that are false information reports saying that that's when it was. It was 2007 was the last one. So yeah, we're not doing that right now either. I haven't seen anything on that. So if you guys are still here in Alabama, this is a tornado that's still in progress. Yeah, there's no official rating from the National Weather Service. And also, guys, the tornado did not even hit Greensburg. It was on the east side of the city. Greensburg completely almost got missed. It went through Plevna. So once we get that rating, I'll let you guys know. But there is nothing from the National Weather Service on that. Yeah, even their own news station reported that it missed the city. So yeah, a lot of people are spreading false information about it and saying and pulling up and posting the report from the 2007 EF5 tornado that was in Greensburg, Kansas. I'm pretty sure everybody remembers that if you were alive during that. Yeah, that's the last time we had a tornado in Greensburg was the EF5 in 2007. So there's a lot of people that are taking that old article and reposting it and cropping it out and saying that's the official rating for this one. That's not true whatsoever. Not at all. There's not even been a preliminary rating on it yet because it didn't hit Greensburg. It did not physically hit Greensburg. It hit the east side. Yep, I was 6 years old when that happened, so. This thing is still continuing to go east very, very slowly.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Might be for that storm behind. Might be for this one. Should be. Unless they just extended it. There it is. It's an extension. Okay, there it is. Scottsboro, Skyline, and Stevenson. This is headed towards Chattanooga, guys. So if you're in Chattanooga, you need to be kind of getting ready to be mindful. Be very mindful, please. So if you're in this tornado warning, you need to be in your safe place. And it is still observed, I believe, is what it's showing. Yep, still observed on the ground. We might honestly have two here. We might have two. We might have two tornadoes here. Genuinely. There might be two. Yep, so there may have been two potentially here, but that is the new debris signature right here. That is it. Just south of Skyline, Alabama. So if you're out in front of this, guys, be in your safe place, please, 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 please. This is a tornado that is on the ground. And then we still have the other two tornado warnings in Tennessee currently. I'm focusing on observed tornado warnings, guys. So if there's other warnings, make sure you're paying attention to that overlay at the bottom of your screen there. Yeah, it still looks like there's two areas of rotation on this. But this is our main debris signature here. This is where this is at, just south of Skyline. Yeah, NOAA weather radios are updating both in Nashville and in Birmingham area, so I did see that yesterday. Y'all are going to probably hear Hazel. She is so grumpy today. So out in front of this warning, guys, this will be headed east towards Stevenson, Bridgeport. So we're kind of going in this direction here. Hopefully. So away from Chattanooga. Yeah, my Chattanooga people, you guys need to be watching this storm very closely. This tornado warning is just off to the west of you. So we do still have a couple other tornado warnings out as well here. That one that's down here south. The one that's at Owens Crossroads and New Hope. You're still in this radar indicated tornado warning until 7:30. It expires in 4 minutes. We do still have two other tornado warnings in effect. Both of these are radar indicated. These expire at 8 p.m. and both of these expire at 8 p.m. McMinnville, Viola, Spencer, Crossville, Tennessee, continuing to go east. We don't have any warnings of any type, guys, in Kentucky. Kentucky's good right now. So we might be actually getting pretty lucky here in Kentucky. Most of this is heavy rainfall falling in Kentucky. Somerset, Corbin area, you guys are getting ready to get some wind, some rain, but there is nothing severe in this area. So we're keeping Kentucky very, very quiet today, which is completely okay. I am fine with that more than anything. So I'm not seeing anything on these. These radars are a little bit further out there. Could be some wind out of this here near Liberty. And then up here near Stanford a little bit. Danville, there's not any rotation. That's mostly wind that you guys are seeing on that radar there. All right, so let's go back down here to the area here. Yeah, the one down here near Owens Crossroads and New Hope could actually be observed here pretty soon.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We just got a new warning in Mississippi. I'll get to that here in just a second. Yeah, we need to watch that southern one still. And then we still have the observed warning here in, wow. Yeah, still here. It does look like there's still two tornadoes here. I'm not joking when I say that. It looks like there's two. Hold on just a second. We're going to transition to Radar Omega here for just a minute. Take a look at this. Yep, so there's the rotation on the southern one. Yeah, there's two here. There's definitely two. That's what I was going to say. There's two tornadoes in progress in this tornado warning. Yep. I thought I was seeing things for a minute. There are two. So we have 2 tornadoes in progress, basically almost side by side here. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen something like this. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Y'all are asking me. This should be PDS, honestly, in my opinion. Yeah, this is going to go through Skyline. So the southern one, the western one's weak. They're both weakening. Either going through a recycle, they're weakening. You can see it there. So these are continuing to both go off east, northeast here towards Stevenson and Bridgeport, Alabama. I'm going to actually turn the warnings on here so we can look at the other areas up here as well.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
There's that. That's for the southern one there, I believe. All right, I'm going to leave this on those so you guys can see those warnings. And then we're going to stay on these. That way you guys can see all 4 warnings that are out. All right, I do want to get down here to Mississippi. Yazoo City, you guys are under a tornado warning here. Radar indicated till 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Rolling Fork is in that. Go figure, right? It's not like they've seen enough tornadoes. Rolling Fork, Yazoo City, Mississippi. Let me get the radar turned on here. Rolling Fork's not going to actually be, technically, they're on the outskirts of that tornado warning there, so they're going to be okay. If you're in Yazoo City, you need to be in your safe place. This is kind of a weird, wonky spot where radar coverage is, but this is where this area of rotation is at. It's going to be east of Cary, heading east towards Yazoo City. Yeah, Rolling Fork's going to be fine. They're outskirts of the warning. I'm not concerned about Rolling Fork. If they're in that warning, they'll be in your safe place.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, so we're watching these little clusters of cells there. Make sure you guys are in your safe places there. Brand new tornado warning here. This is going to be an extension on the one that is in Crossville, I believe. Take a look at this. Where is the radar at? We got a third one here is what it looks like. I may have to use Knoxville's radar. It's a little bit wonky. Nope, not the one I want to use either. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, so we've got both of these warnings. The one here, south of Crossville, the one in McMinnville, and then the new one here. Looks like there's a third one in the middle, headed towards Spring City, Tennessee. Somerset, Kentucky, guys, is fine. You guys are getting some wind and some rain. I don't expect anything up there right now. There's not been any severe thunderstorm warnings or any tornado warnings in Kentucky for the last 2 hours. You guys are fine, I promise. I promise that's on my thoughts, too, today. You guys are good. Yep. We're going to get an SPC update in about a few minutes here. So once that happens, a lot of these risk zones will fix themselves. I'm going to leave this as a broad overview here. There we go. All right, let me get back down here to Alabama. We still have, let's see if we still have this tornado in progress here. Yeah, weakening pretty significantly, but this is going to undergo probably another handoff. This is a very intense supercell. I don't see this weakening in the environment that it's in anytime soon. If you guys are out in front of this tornado warning here in Alabama, South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee, you guys need to be watching this storm very, very closely. You can actually see the mesocyclone embedded in this supercell. That is it. That is where your tornado was and still potentially is. Thought there was going to be a donut hole there for a second. Yep, and then we've still got this pretty strong area of rotation down here near Owens Crossroads and New Hope, Tennessee. Still radar indicator rotation until 8 p.m. Central Time on that warning. Yeah, Atlanta's going to get storms tonight. We'll talk about that here. I'm waiting for the Storm Prediction Center to do their update here in about 15-20 minutes. Once they update this whole risk zone, we'll get an idea on what we're going to be looking at tonight for you guys. North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina area. We'll get an idea on what that's going to look like for you guys. Looks like the storm down here towards Dayton, Tennessee is trying to potentially do something as well. For you guys that are out here in front of these tornado warnings, Knoxville, Morristown, you guys are not invulnerable to tornadoes in this area. We actually covered a tornado that touched down in Knoxville, Tennessee, a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago. So it's not like this can't happen. It can happen. Actually, that was not a couple months ago. That was last year when it happened, around this time frame. Actually, I do remember that. So these warnings are trickling east. What's up, Jess? Enjoy. Yeah, literally. The good news is, guys, after today, we're breaking from severe weather. We've got a huge break after today. So we'll talk more about the overall pattern, what that's going to look like later on the stream tonight. This is our last big day of weather. I appreciate it, Jess. Get you some sleep. I'm still a little bit speculant on this. Yeah, I'm going to run over timing for my people in East Tennessee and North Carolina here in just a minute, guys. I'm waiting for the risk zone to update just because it'll help with the timing. I want to see if anything shifts, changes, or upgrades, or moves. Still want to watch this mesocyclone here because this can do some interesting things if it gets going again. That's what we're going to watch for. Risk zone updates in 15-20 minutes around 8 p.m. Central. So today's been pretty busy, guys. I was not able to get on here until about 45 minutes ago. So sorry for any of y'all. We were waiting for the storms to get through our backyard in Kentucky. I didn't want to be on stream and then get an observed tornado in my backyard. That's not something fun that I would want to have to deal with. That, and we have the kids. So we're going to be on here for a good amount of time tonight. We'll see kind of how things progress here. So I will mention to you guys as well, I still plan on doing a Meteorology 101 live stream on Friday. When I make tomorrow's video, I will let you guys know what time that's going to be. So if you have questions about anything weather related, just anything in general, we're going to do kind of like a little tutorial class walkthrough on that on Friday. So. I'm honestly kind of shocked we did not get a moderate risk zone upgrade for this area today. I thought that might have been a thing potentially, but yeah, guys, there's not a tornado headed straight for Huntsville anymore. That was about 45 minutes ago, and that lifted. Yeah, we had a Tor E in Huntsville a little bit ago. It was a pretty scary situation for you guys in that area. So those are the two in Alabama, 2 warnings here in Tennessee, McMinnville, Crossville. You're just about done. I would honestly say Crossville's okay. You're on the northern side of the warning there, so the rotation is actually well down here to the south, so that tornado should be to the south of you guys, but just stay in your safe places until that warning officially expires. Never want to risk it. And then Cookeville, severe thunderstorm warning here, mostly damaging winds on this, so... Hopefully what'll happen is we can get some weakening as these storms progress, because the topography, we start to get some rough topography kind of up in this area here as storms progress east, as well as when the sun starts to set, we'll lose the instability as well. This isn't going to be like a super vulgar overnight event. As these storms do progress east, they should start to weaken pretty significantly. So that's the hope there. Now down here into like Birmingham area, we're going to have to watch. We still got a pretty good area of storms down to the south here. We'll watch those areas, but I don't see a big overnight event happening tonight. We'll just kind of see. We'll just kind of see what happens. We do still have that tornado warning down here in Mississippi until 8:30 p.m. Central Time as well for Yazoo City. It's a radar indicated warning on that one. Yep, still got some pretty decent rotation on the storm. So Stevenson and Bridgeport, Alabama, you guys need to be in your safe places here. This is kind of going to go up towards y'all's direction. Oh, I love that, Kindle. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do an update here in about 15-20 minutes once that update comes out. We should not see an upgrade tonight. No. We won't see a moderate risk or any of that. We're already well into the evening hours here. SPC will not do that. We're already basically kind of in peak mode with the event. So if anything, this event should start to weaken as the evening progresses. I was not on here to cover most of the day today, guys, so apologies on that. Yep, Kentucky's okay right now. Wind and hail. You guys are in a tornado watch. The eastern side of Kentucky is. Could see a damaging wind and a tornado threat develop, but we have not seen that happen yet. And that might be due to the round of storms that came through this morning. Yep, storm's still progressing northeast here. These storms are still moving very slow. You know what's, guys, what's been an interesting thing that's happened over the last couple of days? We've been doing like 5 to 7 days worth of severe weather coverage, and these storms have been moving so slow. I'm typically used to storms moving about 55, 60 miles per hour, but these have just been sitting here and barely moving. Like, they've been slow storm moving, slow stormed movement. So... check a look and see if SPC's updated. Nope, we don't have anything yet. Yeah, things are going to weaken pretty significantly over the next couple of hours. What are we looking at instability-wise? Hold on a second. I'm actually quite curious on something here. Let me refresh this. Yeah, we're starting to lose instability, which is good. Still have a pretty significant amount of surface-based cape, but it wasn't as much as it was a little bit ago. Interesting. Yeah, so my thoughts right now, straight line winds are going to be a bigger thing. Like I said, we really don't have, other than Eastern Tennessee here, we should start to see this really fall apart, honestly, given what the models are showing. Still clearly going to have to watch a pretty big area of storms back down here into this region here, but up here into the Carolinas, Georgia, Eastern Tennessee is a little bit of a question mark for me. We'll just see what happens. Yeah, I want to just see what SPC does, and I'll kind of get my thoughts together, because they're ultimately what dictates if the models are going to verify or not. Rotation on the storm down here in New Hope has weakened pretty significantly as well. Looks like we're starting to see a damaging wind event develop out of this storm, so we may not... Chattanooga, you guys might get lucky. Just be mindful, though. Still here, we still could get something. Most of these storms, Nashville, Tennessee, your tornado watch has dropped. So Western and Central Tennessee here, you guys are pretty much done for the night. So we're moving these storms out here pretty quickly, which is good.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
And that is an extension. This is going to be for Harriman. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you now, if you're in Knoxville, Tennessee, like specifically in and around the Knoxville area, this storm is going toward your direction. I would say Knoxville, you got about 45 minutes before this storm is in your backyard. You more than likely will probably get a tornado warning in and around the Knoxville area. So we're going to have to watch this. But it is definitely not out of the question. The good news is there's not a tornado actually on the ground. This is a warning because there is rotation with this storm. Does not mean it's on the ground. We will know in a heartbeat if there is anything like that. Trust me. We're still split kind of between two radars here, which is a little wonky. So Harriman, get to your safe places if you're in this warning. What's up, Clint? Let me see if I can find potentially a camera on this. What's up, Lainey? Trying to find something on this storm here. This is going to be a really stupid question, guys. And I want to make sure that this camera's right. Is it nighttime? Like, is it fully dark in Knoxville, Tennessee right now? Because I know y'all are a different time zone than us. Is it dark? I was gonna say, because it's almost what? It's almost 9 for you guys. Okay, I wanted to make sure because it's still daylight here for us. It's only 7 something. I wanted to make sure because I'm looking at the traffic camera and it shows like there's no sun. I'm just trying to make sure these traffic cameras are valid. So Harriman, you guys need to get to your safe place here. These cameras suck. They suck. It's so crazy because I know exactly where these cameras are at on the interstate 40 here because we have to drive through these areas next week. Lots of lightning, but you can't really see much because they're in the trees. All right, guys, still tracking this tornado warning storm here, headed east along I-40, continuing through Harriman here, and then eventually Knoxville, Tennessee. All right, let me check on these other tornado warnings that we've got here in Tennessee as well. Both of these, the one in Spring City, got about 15 to 20 minutes left on your warning. The one here south of Spencer is going to expire in 7 minutes, so we're just going to be looking at the one coming into Rockwood and Harriman, and then the one in Spring City. And then we are watching this storm here in Dunlap and Dayton, Tennessee as well. Torpos, believe 1.25-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds on this warning. And then watching the southern one here as well. Still got Bridgeport, Scottsboro, but this one is backed, believe, to, yeah, radar indicated. Both of these are radar indicated, so. And then they do still have the one down here in Mississippi as well, Yazoo City. That's out till 8:30. Got a couple cells up and down here in Illinois. Those are for just wind and hail. Mostly Indiana and Illinois are going to be okay. Mostly should be okay tonight. Patty with the subscription. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
All right, that's going to be for Cumberland, Tennessee County there. Cumberland County. Should be this one here. We'll double check here. No, that's actually a different... Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Is that you guys, Chattanooga? That's what I thought. I thought Chattanooga was Cumberland County. Where is it?
A new tornado warning has been issued.
No, wait, no. Hold on. No, it's the southern one here. So there's one in Alabama. Hold on a minute. I'm waiting for this to update. I want to make sure we get this out to you guys properly. Okay, I know it's not. I know it's not Chattanooga. I know it's not. Here is one of the new warnings that just came out here. This is in Alabama. Woodville, Grant, Scottsboro section, Sylvania, and Henniger. Henninger, I guess they say Henniger. Yeah, so a little bit of rotation still with this storm heading east. And then one of the newer warnings. Let me double check here. I think that was the only warning that we got. I'm not seeing any other ones. Let me double check on my phone here. Yeah, that was the only one. That was the only one we've got. That's the only new one. Still got some pretty decent rotation here on this storm south of Stevenson, though. The storm's been really trying to recycle kind of over and over and over again. So these will be crossing into Georgia here soon. Looks like we got an updated risk zone, and I like what I'm seeing. This is good news. How about that, guys? Big updated risk zone here. Everything's been consistent, staying the same here. They dropped the, we still have a marginal risk that extends into Western Kentucky, Northern Tennessee, back up into Indiana, Illinois. Kentucky, your risk zone is dropping as well. We still got a little level 2 slight risk here, but a big downgrade. Eastern Kentucky, big downgrade here from what we were seeing. Still do have a small enhanced risk back here into portions of Eastern Tennessee, far extreme 2 counties in Western North Carolina, and then back down here. So this is going to be the main area that we're going to continue to watch here for the next couple of hours. But other than that, a big trend down in our risk zones here for the rest of the night here. Small little 10% hatch tornado risk, 5% and 2% still out. And then we've got a wind threat still in place and a hail threat. But a big downtrend. Big downtrend. I like what I'm seeing. So the strong tornado risk is pretty much almost over with. We'll still have isolated tornadoes out there, potentially some damaging winds and some hail, but I like to see what I'm seeing with that. And that is the official updated risk zone. So the tornado watch that's up there in Indiana will be dropping in about 2 minutes as well. So that is awesome. Somerset, Kentucky. You guys are not going to be, you guys are actually in a severe thunderstorm warning just to the north here. So you've got about 45 minutes on this, 60-mile-per-hour winds and some hail on that warning. But it's not anything tornadic as of right now. You're actually, once the storm passes through, you guys are going to be done. That'll be London and Somerset both. Yeah, there was no upgrade to a risk zone, guys. Everything stayed the same. They just extended it. There were no upgrades. They just got the risk zones that already saw severe weather were dropped. Okay. Yep, so we do still have a small... This is so weird watching this risk zone. They just kept the risk zone across western Kentucky here for hail tonight, for low-end hail potential. I think that's actually quite interesting. Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, you're now in a level 1 risk instead of a level 2 and level 3 risk, so big downtrend up here. I don't expect too much in the Ohio Valley tonight. It should be pretty quiet up there, other than some sporadic wind and hail. Let's see here. Yeah, really going to be watching central Mississippi, central Alabama, Georgia, eastern Tennessee, eastern Kentucky. You're pretty much almost done here. We're just going to get this through to the Virginia line. You guys should be done here by no later than 10, 11 o'clock. And then we're going to have to watch western North Carolina and western portions of South Carolina. So this isn't going to be anything like, should start to downtrend, basically, guys, is what we're getting at as these storms continue to progress east. We're down to 1 tornado warning here, still in Scottsboro, Paint Rock, New Hope, Langston, and Henninger. Henninger, I guess is how you say that. Still got some pretty decent rotation on that storm there.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
There is Cumberland, Tennessee, Van Buren, Tennessee. There's a new warning. Should be up here. Wait for it to pop up. Yes, Sierra, you should be fine. Sierra, you're over here well into the marginal risk. You're going to be okay. Just be mindful. We currently have 4 tornado warnings, not 8. We have 4. The Weather Channel is also very slow. So, just saying on that. I'm not a fan of their stuff, but that's fine. All right, that is the new tornado warning. Where did it go? Here it is. This is the newest one. So this is going to be for Spencer and Cumberland Mountain State Park again.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
We're starting to see this kind of QLCS a little bit. So yeah, there's actually some pretty decent rotation on this storm in Spencer. So make sure you guys are getting to your safe places out in front of this here. This is kind of where we're clustered at.
New information. Okay. This tornado warning has been upgraded.
So the tornado warning here in Scottsboro is now back to observed. It is on the ground again. This has got a previous history of doing that.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Somebody had it out for Tennessee today. Eastern Tennessee. Still waiting for this to update. There it is. Okay. Yeah, this tornado is observed on the ground. If you're in Grant, Scottsboro, Section, and Henninger, you need to be in your safe place, guys. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground. I genuinely cannot see this, so this must be observed. Yeah, genuinely, this is for Grant. Yeah, it looks like if there is a tornado, like, no, if the tornado that's in progress here, this is where it's going to be at, just to the east of Grant.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Yeah, this is gonna, and we got another one behind it, so that's great. So the southern side of Huntsville, Alabama, Owens Crossroads and New Hope, a new tornado warning here for you guys, and this one might also be observed here pretty soon. Two tornadoes potentially with this storm. We've got 2 areas of rotation, the one here in New Hope and then the one in Owens Crossroads. Again, so we've got potentially 3 here within a matter of a 15-mile radius of each other. These storms look very impressive. Both of them do. All 3. This is so weird. Look at this, guys. You've got 1, 2, and then 3. Kind of all side by side here. Yeah, these are heading east, yes. I wonder if we got a mesoscale update. Yeah, we did not get a mesoscale update. Interesting. Do we have a new HER model run on this? Yeah, so here's a timeline, guys. Just a heads up here. Here's a timeline of tonight. Like I said, most of Kentucky will be done here pretty soon. We're going to watch this kind of broken line of storms here. As this continues to work east, it will weaken with time. That is expected. I know there's a lot of warnings right now. That's because there's a lot of spin in the atmosphere. But you guys can see really between now and the next 2, 3, 4 hours here, this really turns into more of a rain event. So we'll continue to watch this severe weather threat east here. The models do signal a lot weaker of a trend. By 4, 3 o'clock in the morning, this is done. So I don't expect this to be it should start to weaken. It should start to weaken here pretty soon is what I'm getting at. So I'm going to go back to the one here in Scottsboro. This has got my full blown attention here. I'm not going to joke when I'm saying this. There might be 4 tornadoes potentially here. Not confirmed. There is one confirmed as of right now, this one. But we've got 4 areas of rotation split between all of these cells right now. It's weird. What's up, Jesse? Gray Tennessee is under the severe weather threat. You guys have multiple warnings to the west of you, so I do suspect that you will get some bad weather, yes. So, guys, like I said, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Today is our last big day of significant severe weather. We've got low-end days both tomorrow and on Wednesday. Only marginal risk zones out for tomorrow and on Thursday. I don't expect any significant severe weather again really anytime soon. We could see a little spurt of severe weather going towards the end of the weekend back into the plains, but it's not going to be anything like we've seen over the last 5 to 6 days. Not whatsoever. We probably won't even have to do any live weather coverage for a good amount of time. If you guys don't know as well, me and Rochelle will be going on vacation next Thursday. That'll be on the 29th. We will be gone for 4 days. I will not be making any forecast videos or live streaming whatsoever. We'll be going to visit my family and go to my cousin's wedding as well as spend my birthday weekend down in North Carolina. So we will not be here. We haven't had a vacation really since a year and a half ago, so we are going to take some time away. We've done over 24 hours of live streaming in the last 3 days, basically, as well. But then, guys, guess what? Guess what? When we get back from vacation, it'll be my birthday week. My birthday's June 5th. That'll be fun. I plan on doing a 24-hour gaming live stream on my birthday with you guys, so make sure y'all come in and hang out with that. That'll be fun. I'll probably do some duos with some Fortnite and some Call of Duty and stuff like that.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
But not only do we have to do that, we have to get ready for hurricane season. Hurricane season, guys, starts in 10 days. June 1st is the official start of hurricane season. Yep. And the National Hurricane Center did something crazy stuff today. It has already issued its first area of development potential in the West Pacific Ocean off the coast of Mexico. Not going to have any issues with the United States. I'll go ahead and say that now. Some idiot will post it on a post and probably say it is, but it's not. But we already have our first little lemon. First lemon, yep. Exactly. For y'all that know. We have our first lemon over in the Pacific Ocean. Their season does start typically on the 15th. They get early started. They basically start earlier than what we start. We'll kind of talk, like my thoughts are on the hurricane season, all of that stuff, kind of get an official forecast on that when I come back. But yeah, for a lot of y'all that have PSTD from Helene, if you guys don't know, my hometown was basically destroyed. My cousin's in the chat here as well. She can explain and vouch for that 100%. We are finally going to get to go down there and see my family. I have not been able to see my family or go down to my hometown because it was destroyed by Helene last year. So this will be our first time getting ready to go down there in Western North Carolina. I'm super excited. But yeah, for y'all that have trauma and we're going to have to do this again this year. Hopefully not the same thing again, but yeah. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting hurricane season. I will say something positive though. When we look at the hurricane season overall in general, we typically like to see very warm water temperatures to help support hurricanes. The Gulf is the Gulf. It's very warm. It's actually above average. It's actually higher above average than what it was last year as of right now. So that's where we're going to really have to watch the season very early here in the season. We're going to have to watch in the Gulf. We're going to have to watch in the Caribbean. We're going to have to watch very close to home for system development. So also, guys, I will say this now while I'm on the conversation of it. Be very, very mindful who you watch giving out information about hurricane season. Every single person on social media that lives in a hurricane area, or at least knows some type of weather information, thinks that they are a meteorologist during hurricane season and can post weather models and can post and do live streams and talk about stuff and have no idea what they're talking about and giving out false information. So make sure you guys either stick to me or stick to somebody that you know that's trusted with weather, because that's going to start to happen. It happens every single year. It's something I battle every year. I have so many crazy people that come in my stream that have no idea what they're talking about, what other people are talking about, and they come in and they're like, oh, you're wrong because other people are telling us we're going to get a storm and we're not. Just stay up to date. We're gonna keep you guys up to date during the whole hurricane season. We're gonna coverage. We're gonna do landfall coverage for everything that happens. We're gonna cover everything going into the season. That is the goal. It brings out the crazy people. Yeah, that said too, if you guys have watched, and Rochelle just messaged me and brought up a good point. If you guys have watched me during this whole entire severe weather season, we've basically covered every single severe weather event from January 1st to now. We've not missed anything. We've not gone anywhere. We've been here for every single event that's happened through through the last 5 months and 20 days. Like, we've been here for it. If y'all have not seen how crazy this chat gets, and all of y'all that are in here now, I appreciate you guys. We've not had any issues. We've not had any negativity today. I appreciate it. But for all of y'all that are in here that, like, for last night, we had like 800 people watching the stream last night. I don't know what it is, and this is what blows my mind. People don't listen. People don't listen. So you guys got to pay attention in stream, listen when we're calling out counties, all of that stuff, etc. I know it can get crazy if you're in a warning, all of that stuff, but try your best when you guys are in stream. I try to repeat myself as much as I can so you guys can get that information. That's part of doing weather. You're going to have to repeat yourself. But for whatever reason, this year's been really, really wild in the chat. So yeah.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
It's been quite a year. That's all I'll say so far, at least. And I think it's going to get crazy. So even more crazier. But yeah, so we do have a new tornado warning here, guys. This is going to be south of Trenton, Georgia. We're now in Georgia with this warning. So south of Trenton, Georgia here. We have currently Cloudland Canyon State Park, Cooper Heights, and Rising Fawn. Also, guys, we are adding members to our weather team. So if you are interested in joining my lovely and amazing weather team, you guys see them working hard in chat, answering questions. If you will either message me or message Roro. Is she still in here? I think she is in here still. If you were interested, as long as you were over the age of 18, send her a message or send me a message. Yep, send Spider a message. And she's going to start rolling out that application process. That way we can get people added to the team. I will say, if you were interested, You need to have a pretty good flexible schedule, some free time, as well as be able to handle anxiety pretty well. That is one thing I will mention. So just saying. This tornado warning is radar indicated. Yeah. The only thing observed we have is the one that's back here into Alabama. Other than that, we've just got a collage of warnings here. We do have a warning for Dayton, Tennessee. So, once again, if you guys are in Knoxville, Tennessee, the odds of you getting a tornado warning issued tonight are pretty high. Both of these storms are headed your direction here. So, definitely be in that mindset here. Yeah, if you guys are interested in joining the team, send Rochelle a message, regardless of if your availability is kind of wonky. She'll work with you guys. I just say that because we get a lot of people that join sometimes and then they end up leaving the team just because they're like, I can't handle it. So as long as you're able to handle stress and anxiety and be able to give up some time of the day to help in streams and stuff like that when we're covering, you're fine. We need lots of help in streams. You guys see the chat. During hurricane season, guys, I'm going to tell you all this now too. We typically average, and I'm not joking when I say this, we typically average 1,000 to 3,000 viewers consistently in our streams during hurricane season. I don't know what it is about it, unless it's just the big coverage of the area and what's happening, but it gets really crazy. So the most help we can get set up before hurricane season starts is great. You are not required to know weather information to join the team as well. So if you are interested, just send Roro a message. I'll do some weather to teaching when we get back from our vacation, so... Yep, go message Roro. Go message Roro. Decatur, Tennessee, you guys are fine. You guys are good. I believe you guys already had your storms when I was looking last. So. I'm already starting to notice. Chattanooga, you guys look like you're going to be okay. You got storms to the south of you here. Tornado warning still to the south here. I still want to stay on this one here. This one's very impressive looking. Well, rotation is starting to weaken, though, but I guess it's just the hook that makes it look a little bit more impressive. Yeah, if you're in the warning, make sure you're in your safe place. Yeah, guys, gate-to-gate shear is basically it's a number added together from your inflow winds and your outflow winds, and we see the number of winds that are coming in and the number of the miles per hour of the winds coming out. You add those together and you get gate-to-gate shear, basically. That's kind of in a nutshell. Does Decatur... I guess I was thinking Decatur somewhere else. This is Decatur, right? Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Decatur is in a tornado warning. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I thought I was thinking Northern Tennessee for whatever reason. Yeah, if you're in Decatur and in Dayton, you guys are in this tornado warning until 9 p.m. Central Time. Sorry about that. Okay. So Knoxville should be getting warned here pretty soon. We got a new mesoscale here. Okay, yeah, so this is on the same lines that I'm thinking. As these storms continue east, instability should weaken, but shear is still pretty decent, so we still could see a couple tornadoes. Just kind of looking at the environment here. Okay. Just taking a look there for a second. Yeah, me and Ro started our team last year, beginning of last year, and it's grown pretty significantly. And it does the job. The people on the team are amazing. So I appreciate them beyond words. I appreciate Ro beyond words. So about 60 people almost on the team. So we're continuing to add people though. We enjoy it. We're able to give you guys the best coverage we can give y'all. Ohio's gonna be fine. You guys are gonna be good. What I'm starting to notice though too is most of these storms are significantly weakening, and you can kind of see that with all the scattered rain out behind this. We can get a lot of these warnings to drop and a lot of these storms to kind of weaken. We should mostly rain out. That would be awesome. Well, Kendall, I'm probably the best person that can give you that information, so at least somebody listened. I remember that phone call too, honestly. I remember that night phone call. I do. All right, guys. I need to take a look also at. I have not looked at any model runs for today. Looks like Mississippi and most of southern Mississippi is raining out, which is good. I would love to get rid of these tornado warnings. We're going to probably get an extension east here. Yeah. Lafayette, you got a tornado warning to the west of you. Lafayette, you'll probably get a tornado warning here soon. Yeah, I did see the video of Reed yelling. I did. Crawford, Georgia, you guys have a threat for all modes of severe weather. Isolated tornado threat. Damaging winds and hail are going to be your main threats, though. Guys, we're going to get our first hurricane of the season. in the Pacific Ocean coming up here soon. I just saw that on the model runs. It legit looks like a thing. I'll have to show you guys on the model runs here in a little bit. Yeah, none of these. The only tornado that's observed right now is the one that's coming towards Henager, Alabama. That's where this is at right here. It's coming through section right now. That's what we're watching.
A new tornado warning has been
I
issued.
believe that was the extension right there. We'll double check. No, that was this warning here. Oh, there's the rotation. So that's here in, this is going to be for just south of Shiloh, Alabama. Kentucky, guys, is mostly done. Mostly done. Crossville, Tennessee, you guys are still in that, you're outside of that tornado warning that's up there. You've got multiple tornado warnings outside of you. I'm looking at a couple of the model runs coming in here. I was not personally close to any. We had a couple tornado warnings today that were outside of our area, but nothing compared to last week. Ew, gross. Why does there always have to be severe weather on my birthday week? I don't understand this. Like, I want one birthday where I don't have to do severe weather coverage. Like, genuinely. Like, it's every single time. We might finally have the High Plains severe weather season kicking off the first week of June. Minnesota, North Dakota, Wisconsin, South Dakota. You guys might be the talk of the show coming up towards the first week. Genuinely, I had to do 18-hour weather coverage last year on my birthday. I remember it. It was an exhausting day. It's not what I wanted to do, but I'm pretty sure we ended up having to move me and Rochelle ended up doing my birthday stuff well after it. I'll be 24 years old. I'll be 24 years old on June 5th. I'm still a baby. Dang-year-old. Just a baby. All right. Oh, I got the puzzle piece. The live stream almost ended. I almost missed it. I'll start calling on nursing homes next week. That's crazy. That's crazy. Looks like the rotation's weakening in Scottsboro. They still might do a temporary warning out in front of this here, but most of these storms look like crap, honestly. Knoxville, Tennessee, you got a severe thunderstorm warning now for 1.25 inch hail and 65 mile per hour winds. Oh, come on, work. Guys, the live stream might end automatically here in a second. It's not letting me do my thing. Why does it do that? I swear. Sorry, guys. If you're on YouTube, sorry. I don't know why I just did that. That was annoying. That was annoying. It just ended. Guys, every single few minutes, I have to verify that I'm still live and active because I'm not moving stuff around on the thing. And I forgot it was doing it and it just ended. The stream just ended. I was like, oh shoot, and it got stuck and it wouldn't let me do it. Sorry about that, guys. Now we got to restart the For You page button all over again. It's fine. Oh, y'all come back in here anyways. It's all good. It's all good. I appreciate y'all. See, look, we're already back up to 60 people again. Thank you guys for the follows. If you're coming in here, I appreciate it. Yeah, the live stream just decided to end. Genuinely. All right, the tornado warning that was for New Hope did drop. Hopefully we lose this one here. I still don't see much with this. They might still continue it here. Let's check up here into Tennessee, see what we're looking at. A lot of these warnings are out till 8:45 still. Yeah, guys, the stream ended. I'm sorry about that. What in the world is this? What? Not the northwesterly flow. I will say, guys, we do have to watch out for Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania tomorrow. Again, 2% tornado risk for you guys tomorrow. Wind and hail. Have to watch out for that tomorrow. Yeah, I did see the tornado, the observed tornado in Springfield, guys, from earlier this afternoon. Yeah, Ashley, you're in a 2% tomorrow. You've been in one. Hold on, guys. I'm going to go on mute for just a second. I don't know what you want to do. Do we want to have him exit for a while? We typically do that.
Yeah, typically we do that.
You want to message him? I think he'll understand, and when he's ready to come back, he can come back. So I'm gonna let you do. I'm gonna let you handle that. You just want to message him and be like, "Hey, here's what we're gonna do because we do this for everybody else. When you're ready to come back, we'll have you come back. We'll have to remove him. Tell him we'll have to remove him from everything now. I need to be having people active on here." All right, guys. Sorry about that. I thought I was muted. My bad. Guess y'all got some tea tonight. Sorry about that. Anyways, as we were getting back here to things, my stupid self. Anyways, all right. Let's get back to things. Sorry about that, guys. My mic is a little bit touchy. I thought I muted before I started. I was on the phone with Rochelle. We were talking about something on the team, so. Kindle, I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't even looking at the phone. I wasn't even looking. It's all good. It's all good. When you guys run a weather team, things get spicy sometimes. That's all I'll say. It gets spicy. Anytime you run a team with 60+ people, it gets spicy. There's always tea. Literally, if I'm drinking tea. All right, we've got 3 tornado warnings here. Still got these here. I wonder what they're gonna do. They might end up dropping these. If they drop these, that'd be great. We've still got those 3 in Tennessee here till about 8:45. So let's see here. We'll see what happens. I will let you guys know, I'm probably not going to stay on here too much longer, just to kind of get through Knoxville, get through that area here, kind of see what the Carolinas are going to get ready to do as these storms continue to approach east. But I'm not going to stay on here super, super late. I would like to eat. We've got to get the kids to bed tonight, and then kind of go from there. So if you're in the Carolinas tonight, just be mindful. Wind and hail, isolated tornado threat possible. I think as these storms approach, they should weaken pretty significantly, but they still could be pretty rough in terms of the wind out there. So just be mindful of that. I'm going to figure out what time I'm doing the weather tutorial stream. I'm going to get that thought together tomorrow. But if you guys are interested on Friday afternoon at some point, I'm going to do like a weather Q&A, kind of y'all can ask questions, terminology, all that stuff. You know I will, Kendall. You know I will. I'll be up till 1 or 2 a.m. probably, so I will. Every time. So we can get some of these tornado warnings to drop. That'd be great. There's not a tornado emergency, but cool. See, guys, and then we have people that come in the comment section that are trolls or they're kids or they don't know what they're talking about and try to scare people. So we did have a tornado emergency about 2 hours ago in Alabama, in the Huntsville area, but that is no longer a thing. So if you come in my chat and you're rude or you're putting false information, you will get yeeted to another live stream. I do not care about that. Oh, actually, I was on top of that. I saw it. I was looking at the chat. I was well on top of that. Gone. Yep. If you want to cause trouble, you will be gone. You do not have to be here. It is a privilege. We are here to do life-saving information, not false life-saving information. So, guys, it's been wild. Seriously, we have been nonstop severe weather for the last 8 days. Like, it's been go, 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 go. Like, tomorrow is going to be the first day. I might actually, I'm going to tell you guys this now. I might actually be able to get on here tomorrow and do a game stream. So look out for that tomorrow. We might get to do a game stream tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so we'll see. We might actually get able to get on here and actually have some fun and hang out and actually chat and do something non-weather related. Why is everybody on Facebook freaking out? What? I will say for any of y'all that do play COD BO6, I am a great player. I am not bad. I am a Master Prestige level 80, so I'm getting up there. I still manage to have way too much time to play video games on my hand. Way too much time. Yeah, I'll probably do something tomorrow. If I get on tomorrow, I'll probably do something along the lines as have people join and play if they want to join. I think that'd be pretty cool. I need to play ranked. I'm working on that process. The sucky thing about ranked is it's not team deathmatch, and that's my favorite thing. So
A new tornado warning has been issued.
all right, let's get back to this here because this tornado is still in progress for whatever reason, and it does not look like it's in progress. I don't know why they did a radar. So this is still observed, apparently, unless it's being seen. Valley Head and Fort Payne, you are in that warning now. Make sure you guys are in your safe place. Okay, the storms that are in Indiana, first off, let's talk Indiana. There are no tornado warnings or severe thunderstorm warnings in the state of Indiana. Facebook likes to scare people. Don't listen to that crap. It's stupid. There are no warnings in the state of Indiana whatsoever. We're gonna nip that in the butt right there. If you guys want reliable weather information, come here, please. I promise, I will steer you in the right direction, not the wrong direction. I don't do overhyping, and I don't do any of that BS here. Not gonna happen. Yeah, if you're in Fort Payne, Alabama, make sure you guys are getting to your safe place. This is a radar confirmed tornado from what we're seeing. It's observed, so. Yep, well, I appreciate that. I love that people come here when they have questions on things. That makes me feel good. Brad's been chasing this storm for like 3 to 4 or 5 hours now. It does not surprise me that Brad is on the storm whatsoever. Much respect for that man. He is awesome. Super, super awesome storm chaser. Yes, the storms are weakening in a sense. Still got some instability out there. Still could see some strong to severe storms. But we're starting to see a little bit of a downtrendy here. Besides this storm that's still here out in front of this messy line, is the only thing that we've got right now. Knoxville, Tennessee, currently right now you are in a severe thunderstorm warning for wind and hail. So make sure you guys do hit that follow button. Like I said, we're going to get a pretty big break of severe weather after today in terms of significant severe weather. You won't see me live streaming a lot of severe weather. We're going to still do our nightly weather updates each night at around 9 p.m. Central Time. I hold those every single night. We get on here, we chat about the weather. I get y'all's questions answered, all that stuff, etc. We are going to start steering towards hurricane season and getting y'all prepped for hurricane season because that starts in 10 days. Anything can happen at that point. So really anything can happen at this point, but we're gonna be transitioning pretty significantly. Evansville's got a chance to see some minor hail tonight, but other than that, you guys should be okay. So this is our confirmed tornado here. We still got a couple tornado warnings left here. These are out till 9 o'clock here. Those will expire in about 15 minutes. A bunch of these warnings are going to be expiring. We should not have any tornado warnings in Tennessee in about 1 minute. These storms still could potentially produce something. There's still some wind shear out there, but these are weakening pretty significantly coming into Knoxville. Yep, they just dropped. So no longer we have no tornado warnings in Tennessee. They are just severe thunderstorm warned. The only 2 tornado warnings we have are what's in Alabama and into Georgia currently. I think it's the first time I've not seen tornado warnings in the state of Tennessee in the last 7 hours. Still could get some storms, still could get some warnings, but currently right now, as I expected, as these storms continue to progress east, they will weaken with time. So not saying there's not a tornado risk, because there is. There still is a pretty decent shot at seeing some isolated tornadoes out in this area here. It's lesser, way lesser. And as these storms especially cross the Apps here across western North Carolina, guys, I'm from this area. I lived here for 22 years. I promise I can tell you every time these storms hit the mountains, they mostly weaken. Sometimes you can get an occasional spin-up tornado, some wind and some hail, but most times not. They do weaken as they cross into western North Carolina. This is actually where I'm going to be going in literally next week. Which radar is down? I did hear some chatter about it. Oh, of course it is down. That makes a lot of sense. That might be why we have not seen... Yeah, that might be why we have not seen these storms move. Maybe, hold on. No, my radar still works. The one in Huntsville still works. Unless that's old data. I guess it is old data. Yeah, it is. Well, guess what? You have no coverage in this area, guys. The radar does not work whatsoever. I appreciate y'all for letting me know that. We don't have a radar to cover this area now. It's gone. It suffered catastrophic failure. That doesn't shock me. So, guys, I may go ahead and get off. We don't have radar coverage. There's nothing I can do. We're not going to be able to see these storms progress east unless for Tennessee here. So, Knoxville, you guys got wind and hail coming your direction here. I probably will get ready to go ahead and hop off here tonight. I'll give you guys a timeline so that way you guys know what's going to happen for the rest of the evening here. Let's get to the latest update. As I mentioned, storms will weaken as they progress east. Still could get some warnings out there, but like I said, I have no physical way to cover anything. So it's not gonna be able to, we're not gonna be able to do anything. I didn't lose, guys. The whole entire radar site, like if anybody tries to go use the radar in Huntsville, it's gone. It's gone. So there's no physical way to cover that. But like I said, as storms continue to progress east, this is between now and about midnight tonight, they weaken tremendously weakening. Still could see some tornadoes out there, some wind and some hail clearly, but we should be pretty much done with this very, very soon. So nobody needs to be scared. Be prepared. Use that slogan. But there is, other than there being, I don't know if the radar down here in Birmingham is going to cover. Sort of can kind of see the storms, but it's not going to be able to do in terms of rotation on this. I've got to get off anyways, go guys, and get the kids ready for bed and get some dinner. So, like I said, majority of tonight's threat is weakening. We should continue to see these storms progress east. Kentucky, you're almost done with your storms here. Most of these storms are severe. If you're out in front of this line of storms, be aware, isolated tornado threat. The best thing to do, guys, if you're out in front of this here in these areas, have a way to get alerts on your phones. Download a weather app on your phone. Get those emergency alerts set up. NOAA weather radios also work as well. And then you'll also have, like I said, your local news stations to watch as well. So that's really what I've got for you guys. Yeah, make sure y'all check y'all's Facebook pages for your local news stations. If you're in Alabama, I think that I've seen people in the chat say News 3. Yeah, definitely go do that. But I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to get kids to bed, get them fed. And we'll be back on here tomorrow at some point during the day. We're going to hang out. We're going to look at some model runs for the next couple of weeks. Kind of get y'all prepped for hurricane season. And cover if there is any severe weather cover, we can kind of chat and talk about it. There shouldn't be anything too crazy for tomorrow. So, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching stream today. If you haven't followed, do hit that follow button. And we'll see everybody back in here tomorrow evening. Goodbye, guys.